definitely, I can't remember. I just lost my train of thought completely there. Wow. But anyway, these two have also run other categories of Link to the Past. Josh has done lots of glitch categories. I think he's done almost every single one of them at this point, except no EG. And Khanster has also run Master Sword. So we're just gonna wait for these two to get synced up here, and then I guess we can talk about the ever-exciting escape.
Everyone's favorite sequence, right?
Yeah, it's a great segment. My favorite.
I think Khanster is currently in the Rockman tournament as well too. I know you were talking about Mega Man earlier.
Oh really? I didn't know that. So not much to talk about here, I guess. We get a sword, cut some bushes, you know, get some guards out of the way, blah blah blah. We get to Zelda.
Pick up the ever so important lamp as well.
Yeah, you don't want to forget the lamp because little known fact, you cannot actually pull or push the, what is it, the shelf in the throne room, whatever it's called, without the lamp. And Zelda will remind you, she'll be like, hey, you know, it's dark in there and you can't see anything, you might need something. And that's when you're like, oh, right, I guess I should have grabbed the lamp.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way about a week ago when I couldn't push the mantle and I was very confused.
Same, actually. Very nice blue key guards from both of them here, though. The goal there is to spin him close to the door so that you can just pick up the key and get out the door quickly. And they both did that very well. And coming up on our next key guard, other blue key guard. Same deal here, you just gotta spin them. But this time we get a fancy boomerang. So that's exciting. Aren't you guys excited?
Looks like Khanster clanked swords with the boom guard there, had a little fight. It's always a pretty important part in Escape coming up here if you're looking for a good time. It's just having a good fight with the ball and chain guard.
Oh, it looks like we have two different strats here. Josh going for the 8/ and Khanster going for the 4/. I think all three strats that you can do on ball and chain are very, very close in terms of time. So no matter which one you choose, it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna, you know, be the difference between like a 6 flat escape and a 550 escape or anything like that.
Yeah, Khanster just choosing to go with a little safer strat using the pot.
So the second half of Escape gets a lot more exciting, thankfully, and I mean that for real this time. There's lots of RNG that these runners will have to deal with, rats in the sewers and snakes, and I mean that's pretty much it, but there's a lot of rooms with those enemies in it. So one of the biggest factors also in Escape that can actually lose you about a second is the key rat later on in Escape. If it goes up into the northwest corner and you have to chase him all the way up there to get the key, you can actually lose about a second from that versus the best RNG where he just comes right to you and you get the key right away.
Yeah, that northwest key rat is always the best, especially when you got two of the rats up there and you kill both of them and one decides to drop a rupee.
Yeah, and then you boomerang and you get the rupee instead of the key.
Oh, those are fun times.
Great. The best. Josh opting to grab that heart there, which makes me think that he is going to be skipping the Sank heart after this segment. He has been kind of dabbling in that for a little while now, that strategy, trying to skip Sank heart here and there. But he doesn't like to do it if he comes out of escape with not many hearts, because then you have to walk through the entire Octorok field with less hearts, which is pretty scary. So just a little bit of a safety measure there, grabbing that extra heart.
I think in Josh's 124, he did decide to grab the Sank card. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it was at that point that he was like, okay, maybe I should start like dropping Sank heart. But he's been a big proponent of grabbing the Sank heart for a long time. He thinks it's the best safety in the game. And there's actually an emote of the Sank heart with his face on it. So if you had any doubt about his love for the Sank heart, there you go.
Yeah, there's been plenty of times in my runs I get down to one heart on a hard boss, and I think the Sank heart.
Exactly. Alright, nice escape from Josh there. Khanster just shortly behind here. Gonna finish also with a good escape time.
Yeah, it looked like Josh got out of escape at 554.
Roughly, yeah, it looked like it. And Khanster unfortunately getting hit by a rat right at the door. I hate when that happens and you're like, yes, I'm on my way out, and then the rat just knocks you out of the way. And there we see Josh skipping the Sank heart.
Oh yeah, I've got hit by that rat back into the text box that you skip.
That's the worst. A map. Although one of Zelda's world records had a map, so
You can't go wrong with early map strats.
true. A little bit of an unfriendly Octorok field for Josh there. He got hit. Hopefully it doesn't take too much more damage with this overworld. I can't talk today. Well, spoke too soon, I guess.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. But that's okay. There's definitely lots of places to fill up hearts in Eastern, so you shouldn't have any trouble.
Yeah, Eastern is a pretty straightforward dungeon.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot. It's very linear. I mean, early game, I think in most Zelda games are kind of like that. They're just very linear. So there's really not a whole lot that can go wrong here. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever else I need to do. Good skeleton room from Josh there.
Yeah, you can take that room on a specific pathway, and you can kill both of those skeletons before they spawn. If you happen to go outside of that pathway, you can get an extra 2 to spawn, which means you'd have to kill a total of 4.
Josh is also skipping the safety arrows in Eastern, which could either work out in his favor or not. If he gets lucky with drops, then he won't have to pick up arrows later at the end of the dungeon, but if he doesn't get lucky, he may need to pick up an extra pot, which actually loses a bit of time. So it's definitely a gamble, but it could be a gamble that pays off nicely.
That gamble is a 1 in 8 chance, right?
I believe so.
Looks like Josh had a nice damage boost for the Eastern Big Key there in that room.
Yeah, we'll see what strategy Khanster uses. There's a couple different ones. The one that you saw from Josh there, and another strategy where you damage boost from the stairs and into the antiferries, which Khanster's doing the faster strat as well. So these last few rooms in Eastern can really kind of determine what your time in the dungeon is. The RNG in the Cannonball room and in Zelda Gamer room can really screw you over, I guess, or help you out. But Josh handled it all pretty well, and he's got more than enough arrows for the Armos fight, so his gamble paid off.
Also looks like Josh is going to be completing the dungeon without any rupee drops as well. Also a nice Armos quick kill by Josh. Let's see if Khanster gets any rupees he can pick up here before he gets to Armos Knights.
I'm not sure if Khanster does Sahasrara rupees or if he's gonna try do tree rupees. If he does Sahasrara rupees, then his rupee drops don't really matter all that much. But if he does tree rupees, then did I say that backwards? I don't know. I'm gonna assume I didn't. But if he does tree rupees, then his drops definitely matter. And one other thing that Josh actually found was when you're leaving Sahasrara's hut, this is just a stupid little thing, but dashing out of Sahasrara's hut, if you have a good dash, only saves about 3 to 4 frames. So he opts you to walk out every time because then you're guaranteed to not lose time, whereas if you have a bad dash, you don't dash right away or whatever, you're actually losing time.
That's good to know, especially if you do happen to get a chance to talk to Sash a little bit further away. Walking would make a little bit more sense to save time.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the same thing actually in the blind fight. When you're entering the blind fight, dashing into the fight, like once you come through the door and you dash up with blind, that only saves a few frames as well if you get a first frame dash. So I think he goes for that dash, but it's definitely a good option to walk it.
It does look like Khanster did opt to take the back of Sasha's hut there and get the middle chest for bombs as well. Always a nice backup to have a little extra bombs in this run.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you have a party in Skullwood's bomb jump, like some people. Not me, but some people. Definitely not me.
Definitely not.
No, I did the first try.
It's the way it usually goes, right?
Yeah, of course. And I wouldn't screw up. Of course not. Josh using a buffer to the book right here so you can make sure that he's in a good position so he doesn't get a water dash, because dashing in water is slow, or slower than dashing on land. So it's a good buffer to use there.
Plus you don't want to get your boots wet.
That too, yeah, because especially when you're going right into this sandy desert, you don't want to be dragging sand all over. And Khanster went for the spin speed here at the library, and I wonder if he'll do it on the way out as well.
Which both can save, what, about a second if you do them optimally?
Half a second each, yeah.
Khanster having a little bit of a guard fight on that dash down there.
See what kind of cannonball RNG Josh gets here. He's pretty low on rupees also, so there is a, well, low on rupees as in he has none and he needs some, but there is a pot in the desert circle of pots. Ooh, he's having a little bit of trouble there with those cannonballs. But in the Circle of Pots room in this dungeon, there is a 5 rupee, or there's 5 rupees underneath a pot, which is usually the place to grab rupees if you have 0 or maybe only 1 at this point. So he'll probably be opting for those, and then hopefully he'll get some drops from the popos later on. Yeah, there was his rupee grab.
Yeah, definitely. If you're not paying attention to your rupees going through this, it can get a little scary once you get to pod and then you realize that you're short.
Yeah, you don't want to have to be walking around pod with Kiki trying to kill Ropas and hope for rupee drops. Or worse yet, having to stop and mirror back to Sahasrara to get some rupees.
I would assume Josh goes for spin speed 2 here.
He has. Yep.
Nice spin speed with the buffer to help yourself to not fall off that ledge. Because if you do happen to fall off that ledge while you're in that spin speed state, it does not hesitate and you just jump right off that thing. So that would be a giant time loss there. Yeah,
he'd have to reopen desert and kind of make his way back to that point. So it is definitely a big risk, but that buffer definitely helps a lot.
I want to say that saves about 40 frames, I believe.
I think that's right, yeah. I don't do it because I'm a baby, so. And he does only have 24 arrows. I wonder if, I don't think he's going to end up grabbing more, actually. He says, no way, I don't need them. Usually, if somebody has about 25 or less arrows, they will grab the extra pot in here just to be safe for Landmo. But Josh, being a super experienced runner, is opting to skip them. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice kill on the third Landmo there on the first phase.
Oh wow, that was a really nice Landmo fight.
Very, very nice fight from Josh there.
Khanster making his way up. He'll be at Landmo relatively soon here. Hopefully he handles them well too, or they give him good RNG.
Also does look like he has a few more arrows than Josh did, so hopefully he can come away from this Landmo fight with a few extra arrows.
Yeah, that too. That is good for him that he has 28 arrows at this point.
Khanster having a little bit of trouble lighting those torches there. He did manage to avoid that Igor though.
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing too. You don't want to hug that guy. Josh making it through the fake flipper section without taking any damage, which is good. No soft lock. Khanster getting a few good hits in there on the first cycle of Landmo. Kills one in the second cycle, also really good.
Looks like Khanster's opting to use his sword a little bit here and try to conserve with some arrows.
Nice. I think that was actually a 5 cycle?
Yep, that was 5.
I'm bad at counting, so.
Math is hard.
It is. It's true. So that was a really nice fight from Khanster as well.
Like Josh is getting ready to take the old man here up Death Mountain, and hopefully he has some good rock RNG and doesn't get squirrel blocked, because this screen could be bad. When it goes south real quick.
Yeah, and one of the dumb things about this segment too is that as you're talking to the old man, and he's walking into his cave. Sounds so weird, but the boulders can actually come down and hit you as soon as he's finished walking in, so you really have no time to like dodge them or get out of the way or anything. So you just have to take the damage. It's probably one of my least favorite things about Death Mountain is that.
Nice. Looks like Josh hit both quick warps there at the top of the mountain.
Khanster having a nice fake flippers here. Gets through the warp, no problem.
No soft locks today.
Oh yeah. Well, not this race.
Josh going for the lobby boom dash and Hera here.
Yo, that was a nice rupee pickup, and he probably didn't mean to do it, but that was pretty nice. Very nice. Josh getting the boom dash. So now you can just rest his hands for a little while.
It's actually the first time that I've seen the diagonal boom up a little bit further. It looks pretty slick.
Yeah, for sure. And he got it really fast too, actually, so it's really good.
Looks like Khanster is making his way out of the mountain here. Let's see what kind of RNG he gets as he makes his way to the top.
Hopefully he has some pretty good RNG as well. The squirrels, when they're both down here, always makes me nervous. They're gonna block me.
Squirrel party.
Alright, Josh got his big key, heading up to the beetle room and then the bomb jump. Ooh, Khanster, nice job there, hitting that squirrel out of the way. That was a little scary.
Yeah, he did miss that first spin speed, but it looks like he's making it towards the top here cleanly.
Nice bomb jump from Josh there.
I was gonna add, I have seen him do the quick bomb jump, but it looks like he just went with the traditional bonk instead, just to open up those pixels a few more.
Yeah, he is low on hearts now, so keep your fingers crossed that he doesn't take any kind of death to Moldorm. He shouldn't, but anything is possible. Nice first hit there. I think he's going to take this a little bit safe, which I don't blame him for at all. This is scary. Sometimes to be at Moldorm with only one heart, because he can kill you in one hit, but he makes it through just fine.
Yeah, Moldorm likes to be trolly quite often, so nice fight from Josh from having one heart there.
It looks like Khanster went for the arrow on the crystal switch, but I think that he was just a little bit too far to the right of the pegs, unfortunately, and kind of got bopped off of them. So he's going to stay in his little cage and slash away at these tiles, but thankfully in the next room he won't have to hit the switch.
It looks like Josh getting to the point where he's ready to pick up his rupees from a couple of tree pulls here. He's going to pull this tree to get some blue rupees to start the sequence, and after this point he's got to kill 4 enemies without taking damage, so he is able to pull the second tree and get 4 red rupees out of it. Those birds always make me nervous dashing through them.
Same. This is going to be a very nice Master Sword time from Josh. Meanwhile, we got Khanster lining up the bomb jump here. Looks like he's in a good position and gets over cleanly.
It looked like a 23-46 Master Sword pull from Josh. Very, very nice time.
Khanster opting not to do the bumper skip. I don't blame him. It's got, I think it's a 4-pixel window that you have to line it up. And if you miss it, then you get bumped back down a floor. So definitely don't want that to happen.
Also, one thing you got to be weary of too is when you're finishing up this rupee route here, just be careful of any bush guards. They can definitely ruin your day. And there's one
like
right
that
there.
One. Yeah, actually, when you're on the way to Fake Flippers and you're dashing through some grass outside of, I guess, where you would go to Swamp Palace in the Light World, if you get a guard in the grass there, then that pretty much guarantees that you're not going to get a grass or a bush guard, I guess, in the forest. So seeing the guy in the grass earlier is actually better, because then you know you're not going to get him in the forest.
It's good to know. Like Khanster had a really good Moldorm fight as well here, so he's going to make his way down to get to the Master Sword.
And we should be seeing the Pui strat from Josh in the Gold Knights room here. But I don't know about his arrow count. He might opt to do something to it a little bit differently. Yeah, he's gonna utilize the beams there so he doesn't have to use as many arrows, just to conserve his arrow count. Ooh, that was spicy room.
Save a little bit more arrows on the red guard room towards the end here. I believe using 4 as well too, so.
Yeah, definitely. Khanster being a master dodger in the forest here. Getting past all the enemies, not taking single heart of damage. And he has his Master Sword now as well.
Looks like Khanster is only about 17 seconds above his current PB right now, so he's doing well on pace.
All right, well, we've got Khanster on PB watch. Very nice strat there from Josh. That works if you have beams, and there's actually a way to do it as well without beams, but with arrows if the guards are going a certain direction. Ooh, unfortunately missing one of the guards in the Circle of Pots room, but being able to finish it up nicely with beams. Oh no!
The dreadful bonk.
Yeah!
Khanster currently making his way to Aga Tower. He does have a healthy supply of arrows, so.
Yep, and he still has full hearts too, which is great. Alright, let's hope for Josh's sake he doesn't get a million blue balls. Although now that I said that, I probably jinxed him.
I'm gonna say he gets 3.
That's average, that's cheating.
That's the easy one to go with, though.
It's like almost a guaranteed win. I'm gonna guess 1.
We have seen quite a few games with 0 blue balls in this tournament so far, though.
That is true.
It's like Khanster serving up some din-din.
Okay, well there... Is that 1 blue ball?
I believe so. I apologize. I was looking at Khanster's screen.
Same, actually, so whoops. I guess we'll know roughly by the amount of lightnings that he has. That was 2, maybe? Alright. So I'm out. But
I got a chance.
you may have won this one. Alright, so it was 3.
Guess it was just an easy number to take.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so Khanster here coming up to the arrow key guard room. This is one that with beams you actually can't do the key dash because the enemies are aggroed early and the arrow guy will get in your way and shoot your face if you try to do the key dash.
Josh also having a really good Dark World time as well.
Yeah, he's 29:35 light world time. It's pretty good. I mean, it's really good. I shouldn't say pretty good. Like, it's not that good. It's very good.
It's okay, I guess.
It's whatever, you know. I've seen better, you know. No, I'm just kidding. That's a really good time.
All right, Khanster making his way up to Aghanim. I am going to guess 2 blue balls for him.
Fine, I guess I will guess 3.
Oh, snap.
Aw, man. Ooh, that was a really nice Kiki dash from Josh there.
Only I had those skills.
Same. So a little thing about the Aghanim fight. Oh, there's one. But if Aghanim is, I guess, like a little bit away from the wall, you actually can shoot him back into the center of the room, which is just a small optimization that you can do for this boss. Because if you put him back into the center of the room, then his warp is going to be shorter versus like if you kill him, or sorry, if you hit him like over into the wall and then he has to warp to the other side completely. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just a very small optimization on this boss. But looks like Khanster's actually making pretty good use of that here. Well, there's 3.
Definitely true, though. I've beaten my time on Aghanim blue balls, where I had more, and I beat my gold time that was actually less. So it's really good optimization there.
Yep. So we got 3 blue balls for each of these guys here. So pretty good, pretty average.
I always like to look at that side hop there.
Yeah. Same. It's hard to do though. I just dash because I'm bad at this game.
Josh going for a hammer jump here. You have to have the bomb on a specific pixel, and then you have to move Link to be on a specific pixel horizontally to actually get hit by the bomb and a rail clip over to the big chest there.
Yeah, that was a really nice hammer jump. You can use really any kind of buffering to get past that. You can use the menu buffering, select buffering, or you can use sword buffering even, which I think you saw Josh do at the end there. He just sword buffered into a place.
Sexy statue? Question mark?
Probably. Yeah, kind of. We'll say 9 out of 10 statue.
We'll go with that.
Very nice mimics, though.
Khanster about to take Kiki to the entrance here. It's, always keep in mind that you definitely don't want to get hit with Kiki because he will run away and you will be forced to pay him another $10. So Kiki is definitely an extortionist.
Yes, definitely.
It's always nice to come through these last few rooms and pod here with full health and beams, just to save yourself on an extra menu.
Yeah, and also Josh doesn't have the Sank Heart, so he can only take 3 hits from Helmasaur, whereas if you have the Sank Heart, you can actually take a 4th hit. So, because he does 2 hearts of damage, which Josh only having 6 hearts would kill him. So, he shouldn't have any issues though. And he doesn't use his sword out here. I believe having the sword out creates some lag, but it does extend the hitbox of the hammer. So Josh has opted to not have his sword out for the beginning of this fight. Very nice.
Nice hammer strats by Josh. That's definitely pretty hard to do. That hitbox with that diagonal hammer there is pretty hard to hit. It's very precise.
Yeah, and he got a bit bad RNG there, but he was able to clean it up nicely. Khanster, meanwhile, coming up here on... hope he's just about to get the big key. Sorry, I thought he was going to the hammer jump. That's my bad.
And fun fact too, before that big key door, if you do end up bonking on that wall, you can activate a stair glitch that will send you right back down the stairs as you get up them.
Yep, and the way to fix that is to key dash into the door, and then, like, if you do bonk, you can key dash into that door, and then hold right or left or right as you're coming up the stairs, and that should fix it.
All right, Khanster making his way to the hammer jump. Let's see how he does.
Ooh, he goes for the double bomb as well. That's a tough strat. Gives you a little bit less time on the bridge.
Nice murder dactyl avoidance by Josh there.
Nice, nice hammer jump there from Khanster.
Yeah, that bird on the way out of pod, that bird can do some serious damage to you.
Yeah, he hurts.
See if Josh hits his quick warp here.
Easy.
Easy every time for him, not me.
Yeah, not me either.
And a one dig.
Yeah, first try. Easy for everybody, including me.
And I believe for those quick warps, just a quick explanation on it, I believe every 8 pixels, there are 2 pixels horizontally that work with the quick warps. That can save you 32 frames to shorten up the warping sequence towards the end. So definitely a lot of quick warps will save you time if you learn quite a few of them, which a lot of them are free, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, it's very true. Some it just requires you to go into the warp from a certain direction, like either from the left or the right or the bottom, whatever. So there's definitely quite a few of them that, like as Fricker said, are free. I hate using the term free, but...
Yeah, usually when somebody says something is free, I still tend to mess it up.
Same. And I do still mess up those free quick warps sometimes too, for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
I don't go in them the right way, but...
Just like bird dashing, which I'm sure we'll see from Josh here coming towards the end of the game. I heard it was free, so I tried it and I failed it my first time. So
same. And you know what's funny is that I didn't fail it a single time in practice, and then I was like, all right, this is free. So during a run, I did it, dashed right past the bird, and I was like, okay, never doing that again.
All right, Khanster coming up here on the Helmasaur fight. Keep in mind that he does have that same card for extra safety.
Oh, he's also doing the hammer strats too. Wow.
Got to be a little safe here. He did take a few hits, but nice finish there for Khanster.
Very, very nice. And all these players are so bold with their hammer on Helmasaur.
Apparently that's a new thing to do now. Just use your hammer.
Apparently, I'm too scared to do that though. I don't like getting that close to Helmasaur.
Yeah, he can definitely ruin your day. And I believe this maiden sequence is the second longest sequence. Right next
yes.
to Swamp, I believe.
Yep, Swamp is the longest. Thieves is the shortest. Ooh, Josh getting bad RNG in the hallway here.
He did have the God Pixel too.
Yeah, that's what sucks about that. It's like you feel so good that you get God Pixel and then the game just is like, no, not today. We're gonna knock you out.
Wait, this game has RNG? What?
Oh yeah, I guess that's something that people don't really know, but this game has RNG. Fun fact.
News to me.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have told you that ahead of time. That was my bad.
It's fine. I wrote it down.
Okay, perfect. So Khanster unfortunately taking a hit from a Ropa. They do 2 hearts of damage. But thankfully, there are a few safeties along the way here. I believe he gets powder, so he can talk to the witch. It's not really a witch. It's the guy inside the witch's hut. The potion guy. Can talk to him and he'll refill his hearts. Outside pod, there's also a tree that you can bonk with a fairy inside. And when the 3 blue guard screen, there is a tree there that you can bonk into for apples, which will refill your hearts.
And I think that the guy in the potion shop that heals you, I want to say maybe it's 2 text boxes, so it's not a huge time waster if you're looking to fill up your hearts before Thieves Town.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's a good strat for sure.
Nice conveyor room from Josh. That red jelly on top always makes me nervous as I continue to dash.
Yeah, sometimes even if he's electrified, you can get like some sort of frame rule or something and just dash right through him. But otherwise, he can electrify you and you can just knock you right off the conveyor, which sucks. And there should be a textbook blind sight from Josh here. We shouldn't see anything crazy or different. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him. I did not.
Looks like Khanster was not able to get spin speed, so he's going to have to deal with the fastest garden high rule.
Yeah, if you do a little bit of a wiggle there, and then dash to the left like Khanster did, you can get past him for the most of the time anyway.
Like Emma said before, we will see a little bit of a time break here between Josh and Khanster as he's going to most likely flute to get his powder. You don't see that spin speed too often anymore on that potion shop, do you?
No, not really. It's tough spin speed. I don't know
looks
why.
cool.
It does look cool. It's definitely there for some swag points, but yeah, unfortunately you don't see it from many people anymore.
All right, Josh picking up a few chests here to get ready to purchase flippers and get his sword tempered by the blacksmith.
Yo, nice kill with the sign there from Khanster.
You ever wonder why it costs 500 rupees to get flippers, but only 10 rupees to get your sword tempered?
I imagine it's because you're saving the dwarf, so the blacksmith, so he's like doing you a favor, maybe. But 500 for flippers, no matter how you look at it, is just an insane price.
See if Josh gets fence dash on the way out here.
I have high hopes. Oh yeah, got the fence dash.
Fence dash is free, right?
Oh yeah, totally. It's freer than... it's just free, okay.
Okay. Khanster making his way up to the big key door here.
Hopefully he gets the hellway and doesn't get bad RNG. Oh, Josh unfortunately getting a skull in a bush. Skull rock in a bush. I don't even know what those are called, but whatever. That's just kind of a 50-50 thing, unfortunately. So it is another one of those things that is going to lose you time and is out of your control. And also getting bad RNG in this mummy statue room, getting hit twice by the mummies. They're jerks.
Definitely one of the worst rooms in the game.
Agreed. Khanster also having some trouble here with this Patrick star that will not get out of his way. But he makes it through just fine.
It's gonna be a little scary going through this bummable floor room with the crazy grasshoppers. Those things will definitely ruin your day.
Yes, they will. I heard somebody call them crickets once. I was like, I don't think crickets are green, but sure.
You just roll with it, right?
Yeah, it's whatever, you know? Alright, so Josh only down to 2 hearts here. This shouldn't be a problem with him, but he does have to be a bit careful because the Ropa right outside Skullwood, or this part of Skullwoods, can kill him, and an overworld death here is extremely costly, but he got through it. No problem. Easy.
And Khanster using his powder as he went back into the Heckway room there to fill up on his hearts.
Gotta keep it PG. Josh going for the optimal mummy Heckway. Very, very nicely executed.
With 2 hearts, what a bold man.
I know, right? I'd be crying in a corner in that room with 2 hearts. And Josh actually wrote the tutorial on this boss fight, so... and that was perfect. So yeah, he pulled it off really well. If Mothula goes up towards the spikes like that and won't come down, you can actually do a poke dash to damage him. And that makes the fight much easier. Khanster making good use of his sword beams on that conveyor.
Alright, Khanster going into his blind fight here. Looks like he's getting a little off script here, so he's just going to have to wing the rest of the fight. He does have full health, though.
These dodges, holy moly. Oh, wow. Nice, only taking 3 hearts of damage.
Not bad for an unscripted blind fight, because that can go bad real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
You do happen to die to blind there. Once you get back through, there are some pots to fill up your hearts, as well as a bunny beam to fill your hearts if you have powders. So definitely taking that blind refight from the bottom with sword beams is definitely recommended.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since when you go back into the refight, blind is at the very top of the room, and you can't really get behind him anymore. So it's definitely good to have sword beams and shoot him from the bottom, as Fricker said.
Josh with the lottery.
Oh yeah.
I've actually been hit by that guy before, and he hit me out of bounds, so I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, he can clip you into the corner there on the bottom.
What a cool game. Alright, Josh setting up the quick warp here. Bonking off that ledge is basically what sets up the quick warp. It just kind of knocks the camera into a certain place, I think is what it does. And then, yeah, you got a quick warp.
Yeah, when I first started playing this game, I just thought that was for swag. I had no idea.
Same, actually. And it is kind of a scary one to do, too, because you can, like, if you start, like, dashing around the curve of that rock, then you can, or whatever, the wall, then you can kind of get into a loop of, like, jumping in the water and getting knocked back out of it. So it kind of gets a little bit scary. But it's usually not a problem for an experienced player like Josh.
Alright, paying Zora those 500 rupees we collected earlier for those flippers he's been hiding. Josh also getting ready to go into the world's largest whirlpool warp.
Yeah, it's so big you can't miss it. See, look how massive it is. Yes, unfortunately that is like the tiniest warp in all of existence. It seems like it's like a pixel big and like you can just swim around it all freaking day and never get in it.
Looks like Khanster went for the fence dash, but unfortunately did end up bonking there.
Yeah, fence dash is pretty tough to get.
Kind of a odd fun fact, Ice Palace is actually my favorite dungeon in the game.
Really?
Yes, isn't it Canada on your splits?
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually my least favorite dungeon. But, yeah, no, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
I just really like the boss fight, it's fun.
Yeah, Ice is just a series of difficult rooms. It's a lot you have to execute well in order to have a good time coming out of here. I say that every time I commentate, but whatever. Just gonna reiterate it every single time.
It's like Khanster utilizing his boomerang to stop the mummies there, so he had an easier time getting the statue on the switch.
Yeah, if the mummy statue room is not going your way, it's definitely a good strategy to pull out your boomerang and just stun them instead of trying to kill them or trying to dodge them.
Chat bringing up a fantastic point of confusion because they thought that fence dash was free, but Khanster did end up missing it.
Fence dash, not free. It's... I think it's a pixel perfect.
Yeah, you have to go left and a 1 pixel after the screen transition.
Yeah, not free. I guess the sarcasm wasn't apparent enough. It's a dry sense of humor, unfortunately.
All right, Josh going for cold stare here. Does he do double poke strat?
Yes, he should be. Very nice.
Nicely executed. That's definitely difficult to get those dash pokes in there on a very scary boss that does 4 hearts of damage. Khanster making his way to Mothula here. See how he chooses to go about the mummy heck way. Taking a little bit of a slower approach, but definitely safer.
Yeah, it's much safer to just kill everything in the room and deal with the torches as you can. It looks like he's gonna powder this bunny beam in the next room. This is always a scary one. Ooh, and he gets a potato bag or a squash bag or whatever, root vegetable bag.
fantastic name for an enemy.
Yeah, it's official. If you didn't know, that's what it's officially called.
Probably on the wiki, right?
Yeah, probably. But don't look it up.
No, I believe you. It's all good.
Yeah, just take my word for it.
Khanster having a little bit of trouble with Mothula on the right side of the spikes, but does get that last in there.
Very nice. Josh getting a funny warp sound. Alright, so he's making his way into Swamp Palace here. Not really... I mean, Swamp Palace isn't really that exciting, but there's a lot of RNG in the dungeon, and probably like a considerable amount of pumping as well that's utilized there compared to other Dark World dungeons. Oh, he's gonna, I think, do the anti-fairy skip here. Yes, very nice. The anti-fairy skip, I don't know how it works, but if you do it right, then you should be able to get past the anti-fairy from on top of him, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I actually did have Josh teach me that anti-fairy skip, and I think I've hit it 1 out of 30.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's been great. Swamp Palace, though, is the second dungeon in the Dark World that is meant to be. So the enemies particularly don't do a lot of damage, but there are a lot of enemies that can hit you on your way and definitely slow down your movement.
I'm getting word in chat from Khanster that he is ahead of his PB. Checking that out, he is 0.9 seconds ahead of his PB, so...
Let's go!
Yeah.
I love these PB watches during this tournament. It's a great time for these runners to kind of show everybody what they can do, and kind of a nerve-wracking tournament, and to still be ahead of their PB is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Khanster, unfortunately getting lotteried. Taking 2 hearts of damage from that Ropa.
These crabs coming up, though, are I think a 50% chance of heart drops.
I know that maybe.
Maybe more, because they tend to drop them quite a bit. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah. Oh, that bush was 50-50 though, and he got it, so that's good.
Yeah, you always want to try to go into Ice Palace with beams, especially for that first jelly room.
Yeah, for sure. It's much easier to kill them with beams, especially if they're electrified.
Josh hitting the switch on his way out there, something I have always remembered to do.
Yes, never forgotten, ever. Not even once. Neither has Scribo, ever. Not even once. And we definitely didn't name it after him last NMG tournament. Totally not.
Never once, except for that one time.
Exactly.
Khanster about to pick up his flippers and make his way to Ice Palace.
It's so weird seeing Josh in Swamp Palace and he has only 10 hearts instead of 11. I'm just so used to seeing everybody with Sank card.
Yeah, it's pretty average nowadays. When I first started running this, I decided to skip all safeties, including Sank card, and that didn't last very long.
Yeah. When I started running this, I grabbed every single safety pretty much except Mirror Shield. And then kept it until low 140s. And then I started dropping them.
Oh, for sure.
So no shame in taking safeties at all.
Oh, yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't need any safeties. And then the second run, I'm like, so how do I get all these safeties?
Yeah. Ooh, unfortunately, Josh hooking down, hook-shotting down. And there is a setup there so you can hook over to the pot and then hook to the key pot without having to move. And it just requires you to hold diagonal out of the big chest and just like get to the edge of that platform, I guess, and then you can hook over. But unfortunately, he hooked down instead, so that messed up his setup and wasn't able to get it.
Looks like Khanster missed his first fire rod shot.
I still miss that one all the time too.
Yeah, taking it on that right side can be a little risky. Especially if you're in Ice Palace with powder and you happen to powder the fairies, that's just more magic that you're using before Cold Stare.
Yeah, for sure. We will be seeing a Zero Cycle from Josh. So if you like Zero Cycle, pay attention.
He's got it.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. Something that Josh also found in this fight is that if you menu while Argus is on his way up, then he actually continues to move up as you're in the menu, so you can save a few frames that way. I think it was something like, I want to say it was like 17 frames that you save by doing that. So just a cool little thing, a little way to save some time in this fight.
Khanster looked like he missed the strat there to do the single bomb and get a double kill, so he did have to waste an extra bomb, but he did get a 4 bomb drop.
Yep, he's got a very healthy amount of bombs right now, which is good. It's always good to have more bombs than not enough. I think this is the worst bomb jump in the game.
I think this was the first bomb jump I learned.
Wow, really? I mean, I guess it's the one that's required more than any other bomb jump in the game, because without this bomb jump, I think the dungeon's like an extra few minutes long or a couple minutes long, so it skips quite a bit.
And nobody wants to go through the rest of Ice Palace to get the big key.
Nope.
But yeah, as far as that bomb jump goes, there's, I believe, 3 pixels towards the end there that you can line up on, and definitely a lot of visual cues that you can use to make sure you're lined up on the right axis and pixel to be able to shoot over there from the bomb.
Wow, these sword climbs from Josh are insanely fast. Holy moly. You got him, like, at the very bottom. That was crazy.
Alright, Khanster about to drop into Cold Stare here. Being a little bit careful of those falling ice rocks. Oh! He does get them to split. He's going to have a marshmallow party here.
Ooh, let's hope he can stay alive during this. This is where it gets difficult. You're dodging... Ooh! Dodging puffs, you're dodging falling ice, and... Oh, this can get really scary. He's handling it really well, though. Ooh, very, very nice. He makes it out alive, which... That can be really scary, but he's good.
A lot of fantastic dodges there. That's definitely scary when you got all 3 coming at you, plus the ice rocks falling above you. But definitely doing the right thing in that situation. You always want to keep moving.
Yeah, you don't want to stay in one place. Otherwise, you're probably dead.
Bird toss from Josh?
I'm gonna say no. Josh is not a big memer. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, we still got Khanster. He'll do it.
Yeah, I have faith in Khanster and the memes. Ooh, unfortunately, Josh missing the Fast Mire 2 strat there. That always sucks when you miss a Wizrobe. They're the ones you want to kill first since they, I guess, flicker. Like, they come in and out. So you want to kill them before you kill the Popos.
Khanster making his way to Swamp Palace. He's actually having a pretty smooth run. Yeah, that slug room that Josh just passed on the conveyors, it's definitely a scary room. That slug can give you a hug and definitely mess you up.
Yeah, they actually do quite a bit of damage. I think it's like 4 hearts or something.
Yeah, anytime they're anywhere around me, I just stop and just fire at them.
Yeah, that's the best option, really.
I mean, dashing below them is a good option as well, too, but I don't take the chance.
Yeah, yeah. Khanster's still on PB pace, coming out of Ice Palace, so that's good. Hopefully he can stay on PB pace through Swamp Palace as well.
Yeah, it looks like Josh had a 105 10 torches, and typically with your average runner or your above average runner, it's usually about 20 minutes, 21 minutes or so per those torches where you would likely finish the game. So definitely a good spot to time your run.
Yeah, for sure. For somebody like Josh, you could probably do it in 20 minutes. I have a feeling he's on a better run than that. Yeah, he's only plus 7 seconds coming out of Swamp Palace, so he actually may be able to finish that sooner than 20 minutes.
Getting that spike key is always scary, in my opinion.
Yes, taking intentional damage in this dungeon is not fun.
Josh having a really nice switch room there is personally the worst room in the game for me.
I agree 100%. The switch just seems like it's tiny. And you have to place it in the right spot because then if you dash past it, then you bump it out of the way. Or sometimes you can even pick it up. Like, there's so many dumb things that can happen in that room.
It looks like Khanster was trying to get the skeleton out of the way, and he swung and hit the switch an extra time. But going out of the bottom shouldn't be too much of a problem for him.
Uh-oh, judging by what Josh said in the chat. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, I thought he would have died, but no, he just didn't get zero cycle. But that was still a good fight.
Yeah, Vitreous actually got less scary for a lot of runners after most of them have adopted the WQ strategy, where you're able to get a potential zero cycle, kill all the eyeballs, and take much less damage. Looks like Khanster's about to get his hook shot here and make his way up to Argus.
Yep, and Josh making his way up Dead Fountain and onto Turtle Rock. I wonder if I think he's probably going to do the Waffle House.
Impossible.
And, oh, look, oh!
With a triple hook shot on the squirrel.
Wow! That was amazing. Very, very nice. So doing the Waffle House, I think, saves about a second. But man, swag points are like off the charts. So you really can't compare.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I didn't think he was gonna get it, but man, that triple hook was good.
See if Josh gets Quake Dash.
I'm not sure if he goes for it, but maybe he will in this run.
It looks like Khanster doing more of a traditional strat from the bottom and then baiting Argus over to the right side here. Nice boss fight from Khanster.
Yeah, very nice. I think he's still going to be on PB pace coming out of here. This may actually... maybe a gold split for him.
Ooh, Josh taking a hit in Roller Room 1.
Ooh, that's not good. He's actually going to opt to mirror out. Not a bad option. Mirroring out does save, or lose, sorry, quite a bit of time, but it loses more time to die, so.
About 5 seconds, right?
Yeah, well, when I tested it, it was about 5 seconds. I don't know what the official time is, but...
And Josh getting the fairy drop from the prize pack there.
Very nice Chomp's room. Had good RNG, executed it well.
It looks like Khanster is going up the mountain here to get Ether and then Ice Rod shortly after and making his way to Misery Mire.
Ooh, he thought he had the hook shot out, but he had the bird out. Or the flute, sorry. And was trying to hook dash with the flute out and ended up calling the bird, but thankfully he did not get picked up by the bird at all.
Khanster has one heart down, which is a little scary going into Mire here. He does have powder, which is nice, but you always want to try to go into Misery Mire with sword beams. We'll see if he tries to farm some of the crabs at Ice Rod Cave for an additional heart. It's like Josh, did he get hit by Pokey there?
Looks like he must have, yeah. Or
maybe by the knockback after he released his sword.
Oh, yeah.
Going for the squeeze in Roller Room 2. That's a really tight window in that strat.
Khanster's got his Ice Rod now as well. Looks like he is going to farm the crabs for hearts, and now he has full hearts, and making his way to Mire. Ooh, went for the the quick laser skip there, but the beetle kind of got in his way, and he almost fell off, but thankfully he stayed on and the beetle fell off, and he was able to do the laser skip.
Yeah, I think that beetle can have a couple different RNGs, more in particular slow and fast, so that kind of lets you know if you can hit that quick laser skip or not.
And we should be seeing backdoor strats on Trinex from Josh here. Doesn't save a whole lot of time over front door, but it's really, honestly, is all RNG dependent.
pretty decent Mire too, Khanster there as well.
Yeah, for sure. Really good Trinex from Josh.
Yeah, I think you have a fast Trinex when he starts to explode on the part where his head extends out.
Yeah.
Khanster stopping his dash there slightly just to avoid that fireball. Ooh, takes a slug hug.
Ooh, that is unfortunate. Thankfully, he does have powder though, and there's plenty of anti-fairies before the boss, including one like directly before the boss. So if he's low on hearts, he can definitely refill there. And good call on him dashing through that Wizrobe so he didn't take the Wizrobe to the face.
We got 1:16:02 torches for Khanster, I believe.
Yep, looks like it. So it's on pretty good pace right now then.
It's a really nice dash cancel outside of Ganon's tower to save those frames during the cutscene by Josh. I think that was something that was recently found, correct?
Yeah, just very recently actually. It saves about 20 frames, I think.
I love all the fast tech that you can do in pretty much every room in G Tower. It makes this dungeon so awesome.
Yeah, G Tower is it's really cool to watch somebody of Josh's caliber do G Tower, just because all the strategies that they pull off are just insane, especially coming up to Gauntlet and where things can get a little bit crazy anyway. It's just really cool to see all the strategies.
A little scary. Khanster was down to 3 hearts after getting Spike Key there, but he did manage to get the anti-fairy in time. Or the bunny beam.
Oh wow, I didn't think that was gonna work for Khanster placing that block there, but maybe found a secret pixel.
New strats.
The more I learn, man. Nice King Dash. Josh's menus are lightning speed. Jesus, this Ice Armos is very fast. That was very fast.
It's always nice when you get the quick rotation on Ice Armos.
Yeah, for sure.
If you do happen to mess up Ice Armos and you spend a little bit longer than you should in that room, it can change the bats in the Ganon fight, so it's always something to look out for. Khanster going into Vitreous fight here.
Always a scary fight. Very nice though. 1 cycle for Khanster. Very, very good.
Josh had a really nice Mimics 1 and a really good Mimics 2 as well. Personally for myself, Mimics 2 just seems impossible.
I looked away for 2 seconds and I missed both of them, so oops. Shouldn't have blinked.
With the Ganon Ball Z.
Very, very nice.
Josh going through these 5 rooms of the gauntlet here.
Oh no, bunking and hitting the BMOS. Also getting pretty rough RNG in Gauntlet 3, but of course it's not a problem for Josh. Good RNG in Gauntlet 4 though.
Yeah, it was a fantastic menu buffer to fire out as well.
And it sounded like Gauntlet 5 went well, but I missed it.
He was so fast, he just skipped Gauntlet 5.
Yeah, just clip right through that room. Very good land mode too, though.
Khanster on his way up to T-Rock. Hopefully he has some good mountain RNG here.
I should note that Khanster is almost a minute ahead of PB at the moment, so he's having a very good run.
Looked like that squirrel on Khanster's screen took a beam to the face and did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Good old game.
Khanster getting hit by the squirrel, but opts to bonk into the rock there for the ferry.
Alright, Josh coming up to Moldorm 2 here. Very nice fight. There's actually a visual cue to hook over to that chest as soon as possible, but you have to be able to see Moldorm's head and eyes. So if you can't see those, you're gonna have to guess. But Josh did a pretty good job at guessing there. Unless he has an audio cue, I don't know.
Time for everyone's favorite geometry wizard.
Yeah, let's see if Josh has done his math homework. A little bit. And unfortunately, this Aghanim can throw blue balls as well, which are just as annoying as the blue balls in the first fight. Ooh, nice 3-cycle though. With a good Ganon, Josh could actually beat his best time in, not his PB, but his best race time in the tournament. So, I can't remember what the best time is right now. I think it's a low 125, I think, but, let me see if I can find it.
It looks like Khanster did opt out to mirror out of Roller Room 1. It looks like Khanster took a chomp hit there. Ganon giving Josh a run around with these warps here, but overall really good fight so far. Going with the double spin before torch glitch.
Yeah, that is risky, but very, very fast.
Very nice
Very
Ganon.
nice. Wow, this could, well, it's actually going to be a really low 125, I think, or it could be a 124.
See those GGs in chat.
That was an amazing run by Josh. Wow, 125 flat.
On the money.
So he had the best race time in the tournament already, and he just beat that again. So that's amazing. He has the 2 best times in the tournament so far. Just amazing. 125 flat. GG to Josh.
It looks like Josh's official speed racing TV time is 125.01, but as you can see from his timer on the stream, it is a even 125. So GG's to Josh.
Yeah, that was an amazing run.
It looks like Khanster just finishing up T-Rock here, headed towards the laser bridge.
Yep, coming up to laser skip here. Wonder, yep, I was just gonna say, I wonder if he's gonna bomb the wall, but looks like he's gonna opt to do that. Definitely a good safe strat. Oh yeah, so Josh beat the best race time by about 28 seconds this time, so it's like a huge jump.
Hello.
Hey, nice run.
Yeah, GG's, Josh.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
That was somewhat of an okay run.
That was, yeah, it was an okay run, indeed.
Just a casual 125, no big deal.
It's whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 0 blue balls that would have PB'd. Of course, you can never count on 0 blue balls. Only happens 1 in 16 times, so it's an unfortunate aspect of running this game.
Yeah. So beat your last best time, and you beat the best time in the tournament. So you have both best times, top 2 best times in the tournament. How does that make you feel?
It feels pretty good. I don't really maintain many illusions that it'll stick, because I'm the first of the top guys to play all 3 of my matches. So you saw Blunt, Joe, Darkmind Demon, WQ, and they can all get a good run. I feel more confident though with that run that I can hopefully get a top 3 seeding than I did with the 125-27 or whatever it was that I did the other day. Like that's a solid run. I think it'll be tough to beat.
Yeah, for sure. So the Waffle House, that was pretty insane. Did you think that you were gonna get that? Did you think you were gonna get blocked? Like, what were your thoughts during that?
I don't know. I was contemplating whether or not I was even gonna go for it at first, but then I was like, screw it, might as well show off. So I went for it. I didn't like the top left squirrel was just completely out of the way, so I knew it was gonna be fine pretty quickly while I was doing the strat. It was just the one squirrel in the middle who I needed to I guess I had to triple hookshot him, which isn't really that bad to do if you practice it some. That was smooth sailing. That was my best Turtle Rock overworld I've ever had, actually. I entered the dungeon with at 1 minute and 29 seconds on my segment timer, which is pretty good, I must say. but then I messed up the torches room by pausing like 6 times, and then the roller room went poorly as well. So it ended up not being a particularly great Turtle Rock segment overall.
Yeah, what was your decision to mirror out? Is it just because you got hit, or...?
Kind of. It's just like... if it goes slightly wrong, I'll come out, because, like, I know what to do, but, like, it had gone so poorly that I didn't really know how the rollers were gonna be, or... I don't know if that makes sense, but I would have had to, like, improvise my way back down, and I don't want to play with, improvising in the roller room is a bad idea. They do 3 hearts of damage. I just wasn't about to do that, so I just took the sure way with mirroring, even though it's like plus 5 seconds or whatever, which kind of sucked.
Yeah, but despite that, still a pretty good Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I guess. It was like a 7-11. Or... yeah, I guess doing math real quick, it was a 7-11. Which is alright.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's whatever,
It's not a dumpster fire, like I was saying, 17.
Yeah.
Your dumpster fire is my gold split.
Same.
Well...
but definitely the Waffle House is one of the things I did write down, because that was pretty smooth. But overall, I had some really clean boss fights, and hitting that cold stare and the 0 cycle Argus was pretty exciting during a really good run. So GG again.
Yeah, definitely my only bad boss fight was, I think, Vitreous, where I took a 1 lightning, and I felt pretty bad about it, and also felt like trolling a bit. So I typed lame, frowny face in the chat.
I thought you died, and I was like, oh no, not on this run. And then I was like, oh, he just got a 1 cycle. It's not that big of a deal. But someone like me, it's not a big deal, but I guess to you it's a bigger deal.
It's a huge deal.
It's a dumpster fire.
Yeah, the Mire 2 was also really awful. I don't know if y'all saw that. I accidentally pressed the fire rod for the left Wizrobe, and I was just like, wait, that's the wrong button. And it just went downhill from there. How's Khanster's run going?
He's on PB pace.
Ooh. Also just finished up Ice Armos.
Yeah, he was almost a minute ahead coming out of Mire, I think. So, doing pretty good.
I think he's minus 24 right now, coming out of T-Rock. It's PB watch, everybody. It does look like he does opt to take the red mail as well in GT.
Let's see what kind of strategies he uses for mimics. That's a clean mimics one. Got lots of arrow drops too.
The Mimics 2 is always a rough one when you take a while to hit the Mimics, because then you got both Beamos that's shooting at you, hitting you out of where you want to be lined up at.
Yeah, and trying to get the Mimics around the blocks and stuff can be difficult, especially when you've been, like you said, been hit by the Beamos.
And Khanster down to 3 hearts here. I would only imagine he's going to take the safety fairies after Ganon Ball Z here.
Yeah, definitely would be a good thing to take those. I would take them at this point as well if I only had 3 hearts.
So fun fact, when I was a kid, I had no idea how to get over there. I was so confused.
I guess, yeah, I guess it's not totally obvious to bonk over, but yeah.
It was either that or I was just really bad at the game.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
It's okay, I did.
I'm just kidding. Khanster having a pretty good gauntlet so far, looks like. Getting through the rooms, no problem. Hasn't taken any damage yet. I say that as he takes damage.
Personally, I would prefer to take damage there. I'm not a big fan of sword beams in the gauntlet.
Yeah, me neither.
So let's just say that he planned that.
Yeah, totally intentional.
I did have to look away for a second, but it looks like Landmo 2 went pretty smooth for Khanster.
Yeah, it was a very nice fight, actually.
Nice whiz ropes too. Coming up on the RNG bridge here. Oddly enough, that first torch room always scares me. If you run out of magic there, you are in a very bad spot.
Yeah, that is a scary room. And like, for some reason, I always know that like I have enough time to get out the door, but I have this like small panic inside every time, like I'm not gonna make it out before the door closes.
Looks like Khanster's headed to the refight of Moldorm 2 here with a set of full hearts.
Very nice fight. Hopefully Aga 2 treats Khanster well. It's definitely a tough fight.
See if he did his math homework.
We got another map! A map to start the run and a map to end the run.
Oh, those are invaluable strats.
Got one hit on the first cycle there. Oh, unfortunately got a blue ball on the second one. Gets a second hit. Gets a third hit. Gets 2 hits on that one, so he just needs one more. Very nice, and he is out of there. So, looks like
Khanster's plus 0.2, I think, coming out of G Tower. So, with a good Ganon here, we still have a chance for a PB.
Yeah, it looks like he may have died to Ganon in his PB, so if he can stay alive, then we have a good chance here at getting a PB. We, as in I'm a part of this.
I know Khanster has been working on his one-on-ones. Let's see if he can pull it off here.
I got my fingers crossed.
Fortunately, didn't get a chance to get that trident spin.
And Ganon, unfortunately, and not in the best spot either, for a a one cycle. So this phase 2 is gonna go into a second cycle.
Taking some hits from the Ring of Bats.
That bread meal is nice though. Not taking much damage at all. Oh, the warps. Wow, stop warping. We're trying to PB here. Okay, seriously.
Khanster about to go for Torch Glitch here.
Ooh, I thought he was gonna get hit by the fire.
He was really close to the edge of that lamp as well.
Yeah, gets Torch Glitch though, that's the most important thing. Now he's just gotta get his spins in.
So phase 4 of Ganon does take 12 spins with Tempered Sword. With good timing on Ganon's warps, right when he lands, you can get a maximum of 3 spins per lighting. So
Yeah, it's much easier to do that with the fire rod since you have a longer range than you do with the lamp. With the lamp, you should be getting at least 2 spins per cycle, which Khanster seems to be doing. GG Khanster.
I think he might just be over his PB on this one. I believe it's a 142.09.
Yeah, but really, really good run nonetheless. I mean, being that close to your PB in a tourney race is definitely something to be proud of. So GG to Khanster.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic run, Khanster. GG.
Oh, looks like we're joined by Khanster now as well.
That was a run.
GG. Yeah, B, you were very close to getting a PB. We were all rooting for you. But looks like you're due for a PB any time now with that kind of a run.
I've been getting runs that were like plus 3 minutes for the last few days.
Yeah, being that close to PB during a tournament race is definitely something to be proud of, for sure. So maybe during your next race you can get an actual PB.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So how are you feeling about your run overall?
It went as good as I think it could have gone. Like, there's a few spots where I was just like, let me improvise. That was like the cold stare fight.
Yeah, you handled that really well, though. It's really scary when the puffs just disperse like that, and yeah, we were really impressed that you didn't. I don't think you took any damage, did you, from them?
I think I took a damage from the icicle.
Yeah, yeah. But that was really good. You handled that really well.
I was actually practicing that on the practice card.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
which is good.
what should I do in the absolute worst case scenario?
Yeah, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't realize is, you know, you can practice the good strats forever, but then what happens if it doesn't go well? You need to know what to do, right? And so it's good that you practice that.
Yeah.
I actually did the same thing with Hellway yesterday. I was like, what happens if this doesn't go well? How can I fix it?
That
So-
Patrick Star.
Yeah, he was in your way for quite some time.
He's a jerk.
Yeah, he would not move out of the way.
Yeah, I was just like, do I go? Do I kill him? What do I do?
Yeah, definitely overall good run, Khanster. I know you had a couple of close calls. One that kind of stuck out to me was after you got the spike key and Misery Mire, down some hearts there, but overall really good.
Yeah, like doing my practice runs, I had one run that I had a gold G tower, which was, I think this was on pace with it, if I didn't get the fairies.
And I know you had said to me earlier too, you were really working on your Ganon 1-in-1.
Yeah. So I decided to go with the 5 slashes versus going with the 2 spin, because I could never get the 3 early slashes. And it just seems a little bit more consistent. I think what honestly cost that PP was the warps.
Yeah, Ganon was giving you some unfavorable warps quite a bit there, but overall for a tournament run, GG again, Khanster. It was pretty smooth, and you're very close to PBing, so definitely put you on PB watch on your next games coming up here.
Yeah, and I really could spend some time grinding out that Aga 2 fight, because I think I ended up just doing a binary Aga.
Aga 2 is definitely a hard boss, so it does take a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have any final words? Anything you want to say, or anything? Any last thoughts?
Just do no resets and practice what can go wrong in your worst case scenario.
It's definitely good advice.
I had fun with the race. Thanks for the race, Khanster, and thanks for commentating, Emma and Fricker. It was a good time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for both of you giving us great runs to watch and to commentate.
Thank you.
Thank you. GG to both of you as well too again.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So looks like in about 10 minutes on this channel we've got some Rockman 2. So if you like Rockman, stay tuned for that. There is
baby, Rockman.
Yeah.
I'm in that tournament too.
Yeah. There is more Link to the Past coming up tonight if you want to stick around for that. On Speed Gaming 3, we have Blunt Bunny versus Cross Product at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And I guess technically at midnight, we have Chaucer versus... Oh man, I'm going to butcher this name, and I'm sorry in advance. Uday Monistic on Speed Gaming 2 on this channel. So... Oh, and then also there's like a bunch of them at midnight. Elminster versus Rezifos and Link Orange versus Korik. So stay tuned for all of those races tonight. Lots more NMG coming up. But yeah, stay tuned here if you like Rockman. But thank you to Josh and Khanster for a great race. Thank you to everybody who watched, and thank you, Fricker, for commentating with me today.
Not a problem.
Yeah, thank you to both racers again, and thanks for having me. I mean, it was super fun, and I look forward to having the chance to commentate again.